this is Crystal, and today I have week 22 in my 2018 Project Life album. As you can see, I have already printed out all of my photos and trimmed them down mostly. A couple still need to be trimmed. And I'm using the June kit from Citrus Twist Kits, the June Pocket Life kit. And I've already gone through the cards and the die cuts and the cut aparts and picked out a few things I think I might use. And I've just kind of thrown them on where I think they might work best. Odds are these will change as I work on the page as I go through the process. The alphas that were in the kit were pink, and they don't really go with the elements that I've pulled out so far, so I just grabbed this tried and true Kelly Purkey alpha sticker. It's one of my favorites, and it works really well with Project Life. It's a great size. So I think I'm probably going to be using this as long as it stands out enough on my title card. And I still have to type up my journaling, so I will be adding that as we go. And I've got some other elements from the kit that I might include. I have the stamp and the puffy stickers and the cardstock stickers. So we'll see how it goes and see what will work. So I'm going to start by working on my title card. And like I said, I'm going to use these Kelly Purkey alphas. I don't have a lot of Kelly Purkey supplies. I only picked up a few kits, I think when they went on sale one time, but I love the alphas that come in her kits. They are the perfect size, and I love the font, and they just work so well for Project Life. So I probably need to see if I can pick up some more of those, because I have gone through the ones that I have pretty quickly. So I'm just cutting out a label for my date stamp. And that's going to go right below my title, and then I decide to just move the title down just a little bit to overlap that label, and I think it looks a little bit better this way. And then I have this die cut that I plan to put above, but I'm wondering if it just looks a little bit too busy, so I put it back on the spread to see if I really liked it, and then I thought maybe I would try this other die cut, but ultimately I like the way it looks, so I'm just going to go with it and use my tiny attacher to add a staple to the top. And then I'm just going to add this week's dates to that label with my date stamp. And that's the title card all done. So I'm going to move on to first I'm just going to go around and kind of arrange things and see if I really like the elements that I pulled out, see if they're going to work on the spread, make sure that there's a good balance of color, make sure that that the sentiments and everything really fits on the cards that I've pulled them out for. And then I had a 4x6 photo that I needed to trim in half since I use all 3x4 pockets this year. So I did that, and there was a little label that I had pulled out to stamp the date on, but it was just a little too big. It covered up too much of the subject of the photo. So I grabbed the free printable that comes with this kit, that coordinates with this kit, and cut out a slightly smaller label from that, and I'm going to use that instead. And then I'm just going to add this little die cut that came in the kit, and then add the label right next to it and stamp my date. But I grabbed, I had just purchased the Heidi Swapp date stamp with the cursive lettering for the months. I'd been looking for it forever in a store in person, and finally found it, so I snatched it up, and I'm going to use that one instead on this label. Since it's a little bit longer, it should fit nicely. I thought it would be a fun little difference on this card. So I added the date stamp, and that's all I'm going to do to that card. So now I've moved on to the picture above it, and I'm just going to adhere it to the top of the card and then add this die cut below it. And in that blank space on the top of the die cut, I'm just going to put another label for the date again. I'm not doing a lot of journaling on this spread. There wasn't any real stories to tell. The pictures pretty much tell all the stories. So I'm mostly just adding the dates to the photos this week. So now I've moved on to this picture of my cat Nacho, and I'm just adding a die cut circle and another little label to add the date, and then I'm going to add a couple tiny attachers to the corner, and then I decide to do the same thing on a couple of the other cards. So for this one, I've just added a couple of die cuts and again, a couple tiny attacher staples, and I'm going to do the same to this picture as well. Just adding a die cut and a couple of tiny attachers. And then for this one, I really liked the color of that card, but I also really liked the sentiment that was on it. So I just went to my stash and found another card that was the same color that I didn't mind so much covering up. So I'm going to trim down the photo so that it fits across the 3x4 card, and then add a couple die cuts to the top, and then just add my photo over the top of that. And I do have to do just a little bit more trimming to get it to match up with the card. And then I'm just going to add a couple staples, and that's that one pretty much done. So I thought maybe about adding some stamps, but none of them really fit. None of the sentiments really fit. So instead I'm just going to sprinkle some of these puffy heart stickers around the page. And I normally add things in 3s, but I end up adding 4 to this spread. And I think about maybe I could add a 5th, but ultimately I'm just going to stick with the 4 and call it good. So that's going to pretty much do it for my spread for this week. Thank you so much for watching. I hope you've enjoyed it and found some inspiration. If so, please do give it a thumbs up. It does mean so much to me. Here are some close-up photos. And be sure to subscribe to my channel if you haven't already so that you get notified when I upload new videos. Thanks so much for watching. Have a great day, guys.